Hey, I'm Will Turner. I am the Next Gen pastor here at Copperfield Church.
And I'm Pam Palmer, and I'm the discipleship pastor here at Copperfield.
And we want you to join us today for a friendly conversation about the resources we have available at our Home Field Center.
You know, the Home Field Center is open every Sunday. It's right there in the atrium, kind of looks like a kitchen with a rug in front of it. And it's full of resources for families at every stage, like Will's family with young kids at home, my family, which is now an empty nest, singles who haven't married yet, and everything in between. You're going to want to visit that on Sunday mornings. But one of my favorite parts of the Home Field Center is our FaithPath ministry and the kids.
Mine too! So FaithPath is a part of Home Field, and it is designed to help parents who seek to raise their kids in a household of faith. And it targets specific milestones, developing specific spiritual disciplines and practice in the family life or the child's life. And it's got about 13 kits included in the FaithPath, and we're going to highlight one of those today. And the one we're talking about today is the Launch Kit. And it is for parents who are about to launch their teenager out of high school into adulthood, whether that's college or the workforce or a mixture of both.
And you know, I did that twice, both times with a fair number of tears and angst, and I so wish I had had a resource like this, because there's all kinds of good things in this kit that make that just a time when you can get things said and done that you really want to but don't quite know how.
And the great thing about this kit is it has resources for the parents and the student included in the kit. And we're just going to dive right in and highlight what those are for you. So the first thing in the kit is this little pamphlet that gives you a roadmap when you're thinking about, you know, your student is a junior, they're a senior in high school, and you're thinking about that transition to the next phase of their life. What are the things you need to be thinking about? What are the things you want to talk about? What are the things you want to highlight with them? How do you want to prepare yourself to help them prepare for that next phase? And this just gives you a roadmap. It keeps you on track, and it gives you the things that you want to be thinking about and prepare for. The other two things that we've got in here is one is called Before You Leave, and it's just a checklist. Like all the normal life stuff they need to be prepared for, like laundry, getting their car maintenance done, how to find a church, how to handle money, and it just goes through so you can make sure all those things get squared away.
And you know, that is such a great tool, because you know they need to know all of these things, but when it's laid out for you here, especially if you're a parent of a senior or a junior, you have some time to think, okay, have I prepared them to be able to accomplish these things on their own when they're out there in the big world?
Definitely. Another really cool thing that I'm a big fan of, and Pam, you're probably a big fan of this too.
Absolutely.
It's called a letter of blessing, and it just leads you through how can you write a special letter that you give to your student that it's just a blessing over them. It reminds them how much you love them. It reminds them how much God loves them. It's a tangible thing that they can take with them that's probably going to have a big impact both on the parent and the child themselves.
And one of the reasons I love this is if you're taking your child to college, you're going to leave them there probably. And those moments are hard and they're emotional, and you're probably not going to be able to say all the things in your heart in that moment. But you know what? Even if your child is staying at home and working or going to college locally, this is something they can pick up and read and know your heart for them as they enter the adult world in whatever way.
And that's, I think that this is equally important, because this transition is huge not just for a student, but also for the parents. It's a big transition for everybody involved. A couple other things are two DVDs. One is for your student. It's called The Hardest Test You'll Take, and it prepares them to encounter different worldviews that are going to impact them in their college classroom, among people they're going to be working alongside, and how to process that, and ways to think about that, and how not to just be completely blindsided by these new views that are different from the way that they've been raised.
You know, when I dropped my first child off at college, I remember thinking, she's going to be in classrooms I will never see. She's going to have teachers I will never meet. And she's going to be exposed to ideas that I'm not even going to be there to help her process. And knowing that my kids had something like this really would have been a benefit for us at that time. And so I encourage families to take a look at that and use it in your family.
Definitely. The other one is for the parents. And it's a video that helps prepare you as a parent for things you want to talk about with your child, help preparing your heart, gives you encouragement. And so those are the two video resources. And everything in this kit is available physically at our home field center. You can come any Sunday. There's always going to be someone there to help you. You can get that kit, or you can access all of this content digitally. You can click the link in the description of this video, or you can go to the home field page of our website and click on FaithPath, and you can have access to all the content there as well.
The launch kit is on that list, as well as the content for all the kids in the FaithPath ministry that begin really at birth and go all the way until you're ready to launch that kid. So take a look at them and make use of those in your home.
Yeah, so check out the Home Field Center this Sunday, and if there's any way we can serve you, you just let us know. Peace and blessings.
Bye-bye.